Hello, welcome back to the class. In today's training, we are going to be looking at the weekday function. The weekday function actually returns the number of the week. That is the date that you provide. What number in the week does that date fall? We have 7 days in a week. So that's your date. You want to know which of the week day does it belong to. So we're going to use the weekday function to find out how that is done. See you in the class. All right, welcome back to the class. Now, in today's training, we are going to be looking at the weekday function. The weekday function, and the weekday function is also a date function. The weekday function in Excel returns the day of the week as a number from 1 to 7 for a given date. So this is useful for date calculation, scheduling, and determining work days. So the syntax for weekday function is the date, which is the serial number, and then of course your return type. The return type is always default when you leave it at the default. That is, if you don't put any value, it stays at the default value. The default value is actually 1, and that means that your weekday starts from Sunday and it runs down to Saturday. So if it gives you 7, it means Saturday is 7. And then you have the one that runs from the type 2 that runs from Monday down to Sunday. So if it gives you 7, then it means that Sunday is the 7th day of the week. And then you have the one that starts with Monday, type 0. It ends on Sunday as 6. If you use the type 3, if you use the type 3, it will make Monday to be 0, and then the Sunday will be 6. And if you use type 11 to 17, it will define custom starting weekdays. So which means you will customize the start date. So now let's go to the Excel sheet to see how this can be done. Now, in the Microsoft Excel worksheet, we have series of dates. So these are date serial numbers. And we want to find out the weekday. And don't forget that this weekday shows you the date in numbers. So if you put equal sign, weekday, I want to put it in caps so that it will be very visible. Then you pick the serial date. And if you add the number, it goes through Sunday to Saturday. So like I said, if you want to maintain the default, you don't even have to put any number. But I will just use number 2. Let's see. Number 2 says Monday through Sunday. So I'll just pick 2. And then I'll put enter. So you see, this particular day, 24th of February, is a Monday, and that's why you have 1. And then if you double click to copy that formula down, you have the days of the week showing. So you can, if you want to know the specific date, the specific day that this is giving you, you can use the if function, to say if this value, all right, equals to 1, then the value should be Monday. Okay, so something like this. Maybe just for now, let me just maintain this. If C2 value equals 1, the value is Monday. Monday will be in an inverted comma. So you can see that it's showing Monday. So if I continue the string, that way, and you continue the if function, I'm going to have this value show for each of the day. In other words, I can identify with the if function for the what do you call it, for the other days. So in order to do this, you will use the ifs. You use the ifs function, and then you capture all your requirements. So if you want to know more about the ifs function, subscribe to the channel. You'll see a video on the if and the ifs function where I explain that in detail. Okay, so that's just that about the Excel weekday function. I can also use this weekday to make some specific date decision where I can say um, I can still use the invoice. I mean the if function. I can still say if this day is greater or equals to 5, then I can say payment payment schedule to following week. Okay, or let's say pay next week. Okay, otherwise pay pay this week. So what am I doing logically? If this person is still in the early part of the week, he pays this week. But if is towards the end of the week, this invoice is given this day on this particular day, um, he has to do his payment next week because it's already end of the week. So am I having yes? So this one pay this week for this, for anyone that is above 5, pay next week. So you can use it to make different kind of decision, especially with the if function. So if the weekday is so so and so so, then you can use the if function to decide what you want to do. So it depends on the kind of task you are performing. All right, so this is where we are going to stop on the weekday function. So see you in another video when we'll be looking at another function. Bye for now.